Hey, all my crafty friends, it's Lee with the Turquoise Valentine, and I'm back from the beach, back from vacation, all the good things, and we're gonna make something cute tonight. So I'm hoping it's gonna be cute. Well, I know it is because I've already tried it today. Y'all know I gotta try it first before I come on. Hey, Luann. So I did try this today, and so I know it's gonna be so cute. I cannot wait. Hey Lisa, hello everybody. I'm so glad to be back. I have missed y'all. I had fun on the beach, but I missed my people. Hey Kathy, hey Lisa, hey Debbie. Hey Sharon and Debbie, yay, all my friends are in the house. I was hoping y'all hadn't forgot about me. Hey Pamela. Look, I look so tan and brown. I'm trying to work on my tan. Hey Rhonda, yay! Hey Joyce, yay! It's good to see you too. I promise I miss y'all so very much. And if my face looks kind of orange, it's because my hat is this funny orange on the inside. So anyway, hey Nikki, hello. Hey Jill, hey Susan, it's good to see you too. I'm so glad to be back. Hey Deb, so we have to spend some time saying hey to everyone because I have missed y'all. You love my shirt? I got this at the Canton Flea Market in Texas. I had to have it because it's got leopard, it's got turquoise, it's a daisy, a sunflower, whatever it is, I had to have it. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Susan. I look so cute and coordinated. Look at my hat. My husband made that patch for me, and I finally put it on a hat. This hat, I got the hat at Walmart. It was on clearance too, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a black and white polka dot hat. I gotta have it. And so he put that on there. Hey Robin, hey Liz, hey Karen. Excited for flowers, right? I know, me too. And I was like, they loved them so much. These so much, we've done these like 2 years. So I kind of did it a little different this time. So it's a little, I'll say it's easier, but it's just different. Hey Gail, hey Charlene. Can't wait to get started. Yeah, so I know y'all probably have fabric to make flowers with, and of course I got to do a little bit of sewing tonight. Not like the flag, no sewing, not that much. So thank you, Judy. I'm just glad to be here. I'm very well rested. Belinda, I missed y'all too. Hey Delphia. Hey, Jana Lee, I know, I love my shirt too. Has a flower, so I had to wear a flower, turquoise, I'm all trying to be coordinated. Thank you, Sue. Elizabeth, I got it at Walmart for like $5, and then my husband made my patch. I have got some patches, and he literally did that just a little bit ago. Hey, Kathy, and so I put it on there. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Brenda. So I'm saying hey to all my friends because I haven't seen y'all in quite some time because I went to the beach. I went live from the beach, but it was like 8 o'clock in the morning and half of y'all were probably still asleep. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, Jerry, welcome to my page. You're new and you can't wait to see this craft. Well, these are flowers that we have made we did them last year. I did them 2 years ago, and then I did them again last year because everybody loved these flowers. Like my little community group that's associated with my page, everybody just flooded it with these flowers, and it was so fun to see everybody's different take on the flowers, and they do them in all different colors and patriotic, whatever, and they're so cute. Kaylee, it's got like a sticky back to it, so that's all it is. It comes like that, the patch does, but it's just stuck on there. Hey Susan, hey Lynn. Okay, so if y'all don't know about these flowers, they are very easy to make. So you can see the back. So each petal is a circle, and you can, I'll have to repost my video of them. I'll have to repost the video, but it's a fan favorite. It's my favorite, one of my favorites. And then you just put them together and it makes these cute, adorable flowers, and I love them. And then you could just do them in so many colors, patriotics, cute, daisies, sunflowers, whatever. So tonight we're going to do a different rendition of these flowers it's a little bit less time consuming than these. But you get the same effect, but they're a little different. Thank you, Connie. Yes, Trisha, I'm so glad to be back because I enjoyed myself on the beach. I'm not going to lie. I laid on the beach for 3 whole days. Me and Cindy would get out there about 10 o'clock in the morning, and we would get up about 4 or 5 o'clock, and we stayed out there the entire day. So I got soaked it up as much as I could possibly soak up. Thank you, Kathy. I'm trying to be all coordinated. Flowers, you know, blue and black, and I'm trying to do it just kind of all came together. Hey, Michelle. Okay, so we're going to do something with the flowers, but I'm going to make the flowers first, and then we're going to do something with the flowers, okay? But I got something to show y'all first, okay? So I'm releasing some stuff tonight, and I cannot even wait to show you this one particular thing that I'm so in love with that it's, I just can't even help it. So I'm just going to show it to you because I can't stand it, okay? It's a kit that I have, but I only finished one of them just so I could show you tonight because I had to show y'all. So you could get the gist of it, okay? So I wanted to show y'all my little mermaid. So look at her hair. Look at it. I just love it. Yes, I didn't paint the back because I was so stinking excited. But look at the mermaid. So this is how it comes, okay? So there's a set of 4 of these. Look at her little shell bra and everything. Isn't she cute? This is how it comes, like that. So I know if I posted a picture of this, everybody would be like, what in the world has she got a slit on her head for? Is that like a headband? What is that for? So what it's for is you just do like you take yarn and you just loop it through there. You know, you take the loop and you stick it through and you pull it back. And it looks like that. And that is her hair. And so there's a set of 4 of these mermaids. Y'all look at how cute. I even put metallic on her. She's all fancy. I sat under the umbrella some, so that's why I'm not totally just red. But oh, there's parts of me that are red. I got a little bit cooked. But anyway, I did use sunscreen. So they're different in the fact that their faces are different, okay? So that one has that face. This one has one of her little shells. That one has that face. And then this one was the one that I finished like that. And this one looks like that. So there's 2 of them. They're going 2 different directions. So 2 go this way and then 2 go the other way. And I just couldn't wait. I had to finish one today. And the more I painted, the more excited I got because I started adding like these little metallic dots. And then she's got a pearl necklace. And then she's got a pearl bracelet over here. There's just so much you can do to them. But look how stinking cute. I can't. And I put a little blush on her. Oh my gosh. And this cute. So cute. I couldn't even stand it because I had to show it to y'all first. It's so cute. But they're in a set of 4. And when I get off the live tonight, I'm going to add they're in the shop and I'm just going to add it. But I'll show you the other things real quick that I'm going to add too before we get started. That way y'all see it. My shirt and my hat. I know. Okay. This is one of my favorites too, and I don't know why I didn't have these all set up before I went, but y'all know I'm going to slide it off the board anyway. Everybody was asking for Highland cows. Well, here is one of the Highland cows I'm putting out. There he is. It says, hey, y'all. I can't turn it up too much because it's going to fall. But he's got like his little foot and his little hair. And this is 8 inches round like my other ones that are big enough to hang on our little wreath holders. That's what I've been doing with them. Linda, I'm going to work on that tutorial tomorrow. It's supposed to storm here, so I probably won't cut much, and I was going to do them today. It just didn't happen. But yeah, I'm going to do the camper tutorial and all of these tutorials tomorrow. But there's that. There's the Highland cow. And this one is for your flip-flop people. Let's see. Let me get, I don't know why I didn't have them already laid out, so I wouldn't be wasting time, but it's okay. So it has flip-flops and the sign, and then the little middle part that goes on the round. So if you like flip-flops, not flop flips, that's what I had it. It's a little sign that says flip-flop zone. And it's cute. See, it's got like the little things. Look at that. Isn't that cute? This flip-flop zone. And it's 8 inch round too. And then some of y'all were begging for this. some minis, patriotic minis to go in your gumball machines. So there's 2 stars that have like the flag and stuff. And then there are 2 pinwheels like that. And then there are 2 like little firework things. And then there are 2 pinwheels that look like this. So it's a set of 8 pieces. So those are gonna be in there. And then these. The chicken tutorial, that one is up on the other page. So yes, I've done the chicken board tutorial, but I haven't done the other one. I think I might have showed you these, but I can't remember. I think I did, but I didn't have the sheep. I had to make me a sheep because I couldn't find a sheep. But there's a cow. He's got his little nose. These are like little minis. You could make magnets out of these. You could put them in your gumball machine. You could just use them in your crafts. And there's a pig. Isn't he cute? And there's a little chicken with his beak. He's so cute. And then there is the sheep. So, Charlotte, you can get them at Hobby Lobby. I know they have them in the glass aisle. And you can get them, they usually have them in the seasonal, the spring and stuff. They have them in there too. Yes, Teresa, I have been busy. Since I got back, I'm like hit the ground running and been cutting everything. Yes, the chicken tutorial, this one right here, this board, it is on my sister page where I put all the tutorials. But he's like that. And there's some of those in the shop. And it just, I love this. I love the dots. I think it's so cute. Y'all know I like me some dots. But anyway, and then of course the lantern is still there. It's in the shop too. Okay, so we're gonna make some flowers now that I had to show y'all my mermaid with my mermaid hair. But it's just yarn, Dollar Tree yarn, and it's just, you know, one of those little loop knot things. So cute. I could not wait to show y'all her because I was proud of her. But now I want to paint all 4 of them. I'm going to do a tutorial for those. You're shopping tonight again. And they're not in the shop yet. They will be when I get off live. My shirt came from Canton, Texas at the flea market. At some booth at the flea market. I liked it because it had a turquoise flower on the front. Yeah, you could put the animals on sticks and put them in your plants. You could put magnets on the back, make magnets. You could do whatever you wanted to do with those little animals. They are so cute. All right, let me get all my pieces out of the way. All right, so I'm going to use this bee fabric from Hobby Lobby. The little wings, I don't know if y'all can see, they're glitter. They're so cute. I thought this would be a good fabric that y'all could actually see what I'm doing. So let me cut off this selvage edge right here. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be praying for your mom. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm just gonna cut that little selvage part off. You know, it tells you about the fabric. Okay, so I'm not even gonna need this whole thing. I could probably do 2 off this part. So I'm gonna take my fabric and I'm gonna fold it up. Maybe, I don't even know. Y'all know I'm an eyeballer. About 2 inches. So I'm rolling it up, folding it up about 2 inches, okay? And you may not even need that much. Hey, Linda. Hey, Pam. Hey, Rebecca. Okay. So you don't have to be exact, okay? All right, so I'm going to take, you see the top of that? This is my little bitty Waverly's. I just hunted for something round, okay? So I'm going to turn it upside down like this. And I'm using, this is just a chalk pencil. You can use chalk. You actually can use where's my heat? My little friction heat pen. Let's use it. This disappears with heat. I know y'all seen me use it before. A sweet follower sent me a whole pack. But when you put your heat tool on it, the ink goes away. Hey, Kathy. Okay. Yes, I have been where you are too, Kay. And it's very difficult, and I will be praying for you for sure. Okay, so I'm going to take my circle and I'm just putting it where it's like flush with the little folded edge. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make like, you can go all the way around if you want to, but I'm just basically going half, okay? So let's see if y'all can see my ink. See the circle? Okay, so then I'm going to take it and I'm gonna put it right next to that circle and flush with my little fold line, and I'm gonna do the same thing. And I'm gonna do this 5 times. So I'm gonna just move it over. So I'm basically making 5 little petals is what they're gonna be. Thank you, Sandy. Y'all are so sweet to pray for each other. That is a tough time when your mom's in hospice. I do get it. It's tough. It's very tough. 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's 4. If you want to do 6, do 6. I just always like 5. I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do 6 on those. I did 5 today. I didn't even try to do 6. I don't even know, but you can. We might try it on another one. But I really could get probably another one out of this other piece. All right, so I'm gonna cut. I'm just gonna cut my little piece that's folded off. And you really don't need that whole 2 inches, really, because I'm, you know, just really tall enough to make your circle. And of course, the bigger the circle, the bigger your flower's gonna be. So let me show you what I got so far. So y'all see, I got 5 little circles just like that. Hey Tina, you're fine. Okay. So, y'all are so sweet to be praying for her. I know it's really tough. Okay, so I'm going to use my pinking shears because y'all know every time I always forget these things, and I'm going to use them. Oh no, Linda, you fell in Hobby Lobby. Oh my gosh, did they give you any free craft supplies? Okay, so I'm going to just take my flowers, and I'm going to just basically cut along that my circles. And when I go between the petals, I'm not going all the way down. So I'm only going all the way, you know, I'm not cutting all the way through because we want it to be connected. So now I'm just gonna go over here and do the next one. Try not to get carried away and cut too far and cut the whole thing off. That wouldn't be good. So basically you're just kind of cutting little humps. I love the pinking shears too. And you don't have to use pinking shears. You can just use regular scissors. It would be just fine. But every time I do something, somebody goes, oh, you should have used your pinking shears. And, you know, I forget every time. So this time, I was not going to forget. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off. So this is what you have. So I'm still going to leave it folded. So y'all see it? And so you have 2 layers, basically. Hey, Sue from Pigeon Forge. I love that area of the country. All right. My clock, I know. I love my little kitty cat clock. Even though I'm highly allergic to cats, but I had to have that clock. So y'all are going to get to see me thread this needle again, and hopefully I'll have as much luck as I did the other night with it. I kind of find my needle, my threaders. Oh, thank you, Belvy. You're so sweet, Belvy and Cassidy. Okay, so I'm just threading my needle. I'm going to put me a pretty extensive tail on there because I'll pull it all the way out. So I loop it, so I have a loop at the end. I just double my fabric. Hey, Valerie, I'm good. How are you? That's the perfect cat. Yeah, I can have that cat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a run-in stitch along the bottom. So the only tip I have, well, let me get rid of these little ink lines right there so they won't show. So all you do with those pens and that ink is I'm just going to heat it up and my ink just disappears. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Okay, so fancy. Okay, so now I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to do a really loose run-in stitch is what I call it. Somebody said it's a basting stitch, I think is what they told me the other night. And I'm just going to run it along the bottom. And my one tip that I figured this out today, was you don't want to get it too far up from your fold. Does that clock make me sneeze? No, it doesn't make me sneeze. Okay, so I'm trying to sew, you know, pretty close to the folded edge, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna keep going. Not near the sewing I had to do the other night on that flag. So I'm just going right along, you know, just do them spaced out because we're gonna pull this tight to make our flowers. So you don't want them too tight. So if you like to make these, then this will be another flower to put into your little vase. What pen? The pens are from Walmart. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them on Amazon. But they're called, if I can get it to focus, Frixion. And you put heat on, you put it on something and put it on heat. Let's see. Let me see if I can show you. Okay, so see those 2 pen marks I just made? And then if you apply heat to it, I can't do it, look at the camera. It goes away. The heat makes it disappear. So it's really cool. And a sweet follower sent them to me and I use them. Hey Paige, there's my daughter-in-law. Okay, so I've got it looks like a little bunting, doesn't it? But see, I've got my stitch right up there by the folded edge and all the way across. And so I've got my needle and I've got my thread here. Okay, so I gotta set this over here because, you know, I'll be done lost it. Okay, so now I'm going to just squinch up just like we did the other flowers, but we're not having to sew each petal individually like we did on those. So you're just gonna want to squinch it up and then you're gonna loop it together. And so you got this circle. So I'm just gonna kind of pull it tight. So it looks like this. And then I'm gonna tie it, you know, again and again, just so it doesn't come undone. What size? It was really 4 inches, but then I folded it so it's 2 and then 2 on the back. And I really didn't need all that because as long as your circle will fit, it'll be okay. But y'all know me, I'm gonna have a little more than normal. I like to have more than I need. So I just did it a little bit bigger, so probably about 4 inches wide, and then I folded it in half. Hey Colin, you're fine. I know y'all are busy working and all kinds of stuff. You're fine. That's my son. Okay, so I'm tying it. I just tied it 3 times just so my knot doesn't come undone. And now we have this stinking little adorable flower. Look at that. Isn't it cute? But see, it does have double petals. So I don't know, it just kind of gives it a little something with the edges looking like that. Tracy's gonna be making some. Okay, look at the pink one I made today. This is a pink one I did. Look how stinking cute. How stinking cute that is. So that's how I tried it. Now, why they're different sizes, I don't know. Maybe I pulled this one tighter. I don't have a clue, but I used the same, I don't know. You could even use your spool of thread or however big you want to make your petals. So there's my flower. So in the middle, you can either put, like I have these half beads, split balls, whatever they're called. And you could do that, or you could put buttons in them. But we're gonna do that in a minute, and I'm gonna, Carol, I'll have to repost these. I'll repost that video. I'll do that tomorrow. Okay, name of the pens, Frixion, and they're in Walmart in the pen aisle where the school supplies and stuff are. They're usually in a whole pack. And I thought I had a pack. I do. Hold on. Hold on. Don't let me fall. Okay. Whoop. Dropping stuff. So you can screenshot that. So they come in a pack like that. I'm holding them. It says erasable and retractable, right smooth, something. Anyway, so evidently a bunch of quilter people use them, but it says thermosensitive gel ink formula disappears with erasing friction, but it does it with heat, I guess. So that's what they look like. But if you go in the aisle where all the pens and pencils are at Walmart, you can find them. And I know, I think Amazon has them too. I do believe. Okay, so now I'm going to do this fabric. And now I'm going to do some, and I have enough to make another one. What did I do with the rest of the fabric? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to do some gingham, I think. You're welcome, Judy. And y'all know if y'all miss me saying something and you can't figure it out or something, you can message me and I'll be glad to tell you. Because it is me. When you message me, it's just me. Okay, so I'm going to fold this again. You can't see it as well because this is the same on one side as it is the other. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. Okay, I'm only going to cut probably about what I need. Okay. And you can do these with any color. Y'all could do these for patriotic, you know, anything. I know I love the bees. I think they're so cute, the little bees. Y'all have way too much fabric. It's a sickness. I promise it's a sickness. And those of you that have the sickness, y'all know that it's a sickness to love fabric as much. Kaylee, you could do like, you're talking about like this and then putting a bigger one behind it like that. Yes, that would be so cute to where the petals were kind of offset. You could. So cute. Sherry, the beach was fabulous. Fabulous. The water was as pretty as I've ever seen it in Gulf Shores. Okay, I think I'm going to use the bottom of it because it is a little bit bigger. I'm going to use the bottom this time. See what, maybe I use the bottom. I don't know. Yeah, you could do it bigger for sunflowers. So I'm going to just trace it 5 times. Like, I just go halfway. And this ink is hard to see on this. I guess I should have used my chalk. Okay, Tammy said she bought one at Walmart. I guess she's talking about the pens, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, use up your scraps. And these flowers are great for using your scraps, too. But I will tell you that these are addicting to make. I mean, there's people on here that made them by the hundreds. Like, they made them for their church and their Sunday school. And they did it for all kinds of, like, parties and gift bags and gift boxes. And I mean, the flowers are just great to make for anything, really. Because, I mean, this is cute. I love it. I think it's adorable. Okay. So I cut that fabric just big enough. Okay, so you can kind of see on this black and white, you can see my little humps. All my little humps. Okay, click pins. I couldn't even see that. The dots match the dots on the flowers. Okay, so I'm just going to go along my little lines real quick and cut my... I don't cut all the way to the fold. I just cut a little ways. You'll kind of know where to, you know, just stop a little bit before the fold. But we're going to actually make these flowers, and then we're going to put them in something. We're going to make something to put them in. You still have a bunch from the first time, Dana? I bet you do, because everybody made them. And, you know, y'all know me. I like to just use what I have in my stash. I know y'all all probably have some fabric. And if you don't, you probably have an old shirt that you're going to donate to Goodwill or something that you could probably cut up and make you some flowers. I go to Goodwill sometimes just to get fabric, just to get shirts, to cut, you know, cut up for fabric. Because that's fabric too. Okay. So... now you have this, looks like a bunting. But see, I didn't cut all the way. I cut almost, you know, maybe 1/4 of an inch from the fold. But you'll know where to stop. You don't want to cut all the way to the fold. All right, because we got to sew it. And I'm missing what y'all are saying. What do you use for stems? Oh, we're gonna make some stems. I'm gonna use shish kebab sticks. That's what I did for these. Just the little Dollar Tree shish kebab sticks. And I made leaves to go on those too, so I was thinking, oh, I gotta make leaves now, because we're gonna be able to see them and what I'm gonna do. But you could put felt, a felt circle on the back of these. You could put them on a pen. You could put them on a hat. I mean, there's so much you can do with these little flowers. It's just, I mean, they're so easy. You made a ton and they're all patriotic. Okay. Having good luck. This needle has a very big eye. So I've got to dig in my little drawer over here. I know those threaders are in there that someone was kind enough to send me when we were doing the flowers, I think. Oh, did I cut that short? What did I cut? What was I thinking? Anyway, we're going to make it work. So you want to sew it, just a run-in stitch is what I call it. Somebody said it's a basting stitch, but I get really close to the fold. And I'll tell you why in a minute. I didn't tell you on the first one. Hey, Diane. Oh, Lori, 2 hours away for Hobby Lobby and Joann's. That's probably not a bad thing. It's about 20 minutes from me, and I try to stay away because, you know, I want everything Hobby Lobby has. So it's a problem. Hey, Annette. Okay, so let me pull this. I got all of it on my needle because I don't want to pull it off my thread on the other end. Hello. Okay. Find my tail. There we go. So just pull the needle off. So then you have them all on there, and you're just going to kind of squinch them together like that. Hey, Diane from Southern California. And then I'm just going to tie 2 or 3 knots just to get it to where, you know, it doesn't come apart. You know, if you don't tie it enough, it'll work its way loose somehow, some way. It'll work itself out of a knot. But you could sit on the couch and watch TV, make you some flowers, and before you know it, you'll have a whole bouquet. They're just so fun. Hey, Andrea. Oh, you work at Hobby Lobby? Now that's dangerous. I would just be giving them my paycheck every time. Be like, here, just take my paycheck. I'll just pay for my stuff. I just work for stuff. Work for craft supplies. Okay, so there is this one. So the reason I say to sew really close to that fold is because I didn't do it so much on this one. So when I went to gather it together, those ends of each one of the petals they didn't want to lay together right. So I kind of had to fiddle with it and play with it to get it to go. So my tip is to sew it really close to the fold. And you'll see, because when you gather it all up and it gathers up in the middle, they all got to have somewhere to go. Does that make sense? Rita, right? I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's 7:30. They close at 8. I got to go to Hobby Lobby if it was 3 minutes from my house. Because there's a lot of times, like on a Saturday, I'll go, you know what? Why don't I just go to Hobby Lobby? And it's like 7 o'clock. It's like, well, by the time I get there and get in the store, they're going to be closing. Because they close at 8. Yes, Vicki, they're faster and they're easier because you're not having to sew each circle. So, there's that. I guess, was I going to use that yellow? I guess I was. Okay, so y'all see my theme I got going on. I got bee and black, and then this is actually Dollar Tree. And y'all see I've used it for whatever. This is like this tie-dye stuff. So we're going to make this. Put a knot at the end of my thread. Yeah, Shar, it's just regular sewing thread. I just double it because, you know, I'm always worried when I'm pulling it or something it's going to break. And then you've done all that work and it breaks and then you got to start all over. So I just, that's what I do. Yeah, I could put a knot. I guess I could put a knot at the end. That would probably help. So I'm just going to cut this one. And, you know, honestly, you could cut you a long strip like this. And then maybe trying to think if you could sew it, if you could do like more than one at the same time. That's what I'm thinking. The flowers in the back by my cat clock. Oh, I did those maybe a month ago, and they each have like USA. Those are, if you go to my page and scroll down, these are really easy too, very easy. And we made those and made the little puffy center, but and they're just on dowels and spools. Outgrew your old craft room, switching rooms now. I understand that. If y'all saw all the stuff I have in here, y'all would be like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna use my, well, let's see, is that bigger? No, it's smaller. Let's just use the blue again. So this is just a Waverly bottle. I just have it to make a circle. So find whatever you can just to make your circle. See, this one you're gonna be able to see my ink a little bit better than the black. But you can use a chalk marker, you can use a pencil, and then you can just cut off the ink or turn it to the back. 1, 2, 3. Or you could do 6 petals. You could try to do 7. It's whatever you want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6 and see what happens. That way you all know. So let's do 6. All right. So I'm just going halfway around the bottle because you really don't need to worry about it. So I'm doing 6 this time. Oh, no, it's actually smaller. But y'all can try to make them really big. Okay. So I'm just going to take my pinking shears. You can use regular scissors, but I just wanted to be extra because I always forget. And you want to cut to the, right above the fold, maybe 1/4 inch above the fold. And then, so I'm going to stick my tongue out in a minute and not realize it. Do y'all do that? Do y'all stick y'all's tongue out when y'all doing something like you're concentrating and then you catch yourself with your tongue sticking out your mouth? I'm sure I've done it on here 100 times. It's he's afraid the floor upstairs is gonna the maximum weight. Vicky, that's hilarious. Mine would probably be to the maximum weight. Like, okay, you got to get some stuff. Mandy came in here when Mandy was here, and she was like, "You got a lot of stuff." I was like, I know. I'm telling you, I'm a chronic creative person and I got too much stuff. Your husband does that, Faye? My youngest son does it. I have videos of him when he was a little bitty toddler and he was sitting there with doing his tongue like he's drawing and he's doing his tongue back and forth. It's so funny. So I'm just cutting on my little line and I'm going almost to the fold. Well, I'm gonna cut this one off. Okay, so you can cut the last one off. This fabric's all wrinkled up, but y'all get the gist of it. So see, I'm going about that far from the fold. Okay, you stick your tongue out too. The bracelets I'm wearing, one of these came from Cozumel when I went on the cruise. These are permanent. They're soldered together on my arm, and it's a place in my town that does them. It's like a big, it's a big thing now where they're doing little pop-up places that have they call it permanent jewelry or whatever. And they've been on my arm a year now. And when I wake up in the mornings, I usually have this big indentation on my arm of where I've laid on them or something. And they'll bother me sometimes. And I'm like, I'm going to take these things off. And then I just don't because I forget about them. But that's what those are. Crafters Anonymous. No! Tina, we cannot be crafter quitters now. We're not quitters. I got too much stuff in here to quit. Okay. They call it getting zapped. Oh, okay. All right, let me get rid of my ink marks. I didn't do that on my black ones. But you really couldn't see the ink. Just like that, it goes away. I cut most of it off, but some of it's still there. Now that's for quitters, right? Yeah, we're not quitting. Okay, so I'm gonna sew at the bottom. Like I said, I'm sewing, right, not on the fold, but right above it, Because like I said, when you start trying to squinch all your petals together, the ends have got to have somewhere to go. And you'll see, if you do it higher than you normally do, you'll see that it's what I'm talking about. Because the little base part of the petals will all be trying to jumble up together. And because on that one, I had to kind of mess with it. You stick your tongue out, does your son. I know. It just helps it when you're thinking about something and you're going... I catch myself all the time doing it when I'm by myself. I'm like, gosh, I'm going to mess up one day and be on live and have my tongue sticking out like a weirdo. No, Lynn, it's not. It's from, speaking of Beware, it's from, I was in Canton, Texas, and I got it in a booth at the flea market. But speaking of Beware, I need to order. I haven't ordered. I have stuff in my cart. And I got distracted or something else and forgot to order. Okay. So there is my thread, okay? So I just kind of cheat a little bit and do like this. And kind of get them all squished together. They'll act right. That one, okay, there we go. It don't want to act right. So like this. Take my needle off. You stick your tongue out too, Linda? Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of pull it tight. You know, I'm not pulling it as tight as I can, but I'm pulling it pretty tight where it at least closes up the little hole in the center. Alright, so I'm going to tie it up. I always tie it 3 times because, you know, mine will be the one that comes apart. And I'm like, what's happening to my flower? And it's all coming apart. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of, sometimes you have to kind of move them around and get them to lay right. Okay, so there's that one. That petal right there looks like it's having a problem. Look at it. It's like, well, the back's really short, so I don't know what, I guess I've had my fold wrong. I'm just going to trim him. Now, he's going to get with the program. He was extra long or something. You do answer your second guessing. You don't stick your tongue out. Okay. All right. So now I've got those. And I want to do one more, but I don't want it to be an even number. But I guess I'll do one more. So let's do another black. I know, me too, Nelda. I love the pink and shears. And I always usually I forget to use them. Because I just bought a new pair back at Christmas, I think it was. When Joann's was having their, gosh, y'all look at the strings. Having a really good sale is when I got them. Now I'm not going to be able to see the ink on here. I have to use my chalk. Or I can turn it over and do it on the wrong side. So like I said, I'm folding up about 2 inches. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut all the way across because I'll probably end up making some more of these. All right. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably going to do this. That way I can see my ink, or I could just use my little chalk pencil. Or you can use a regular piece of chalk or whatever you have. All right. So, I guess I'll use this. I don't have anything around here that's bigger or smaller or... Okay. So let's get over here, and I'm going to make my little, so I'm just drawing like a half circle, and then I just move it over and do another one. See, that one has, this one has 6. These have 5, so I'm going to do another 6. Didn't really take any longer. A ribbon spool. No, not near me, I don't. My ribbon's across the room, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more. Okay, so I'll show y'all. So I turned it inside out so I could see my ink. So there is my ink. my wooden spools in my cubby. They look about, it's really close. It's just a hair bigger, but it's about the same size. But yeah, I just look around trying to find something. Timmy, your grandson does. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut out my little half circles, and I'm going almost to the fold. I know y'all heard me say that 100 times already. And it doesn't really matter if you're just like cutting them kind of, they're not just perfectly round, because they're gonna turn out cute anyway. So it's totally fine if you're not exactly perfect. And then I'm gonna turn it right side out when I get done so I can see my ink. So I did 6 on this one. Okay. So then you have something that looks like that, and then I'm just gonna fold it back on itself like this. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, I'm okay with that. The inside kind of shows. Now it doesn't want to lay that way, but I'm gonna make it lay that way. Connie's making these tomorrow. Hey, Rhonda Kelly, what are you doing? You need this hat? It came from Walmart, and then my husband made me that patch, and I put the patch on there. Okay, so now I've got it, my little bunting like. Do it 3 times and you'll remember. Okay. I was thinking today, a lot of people go, you can still see up close, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 51, but I can still see up close. Yeah, it's good to repeat for people coming on that, and y'all, I don't mind if people ask me, they'll just jump on and they'll ask me questions and stuff. I don't mind, You have this hat, Diane? It was on clearance at Walmart, and I was like, I need that hat because I love me some black and white polka dots. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to start at the bottom where the fold is, and I'm not going to, we'll sew it right above the fold. And you'll see if you do it the other way, do it a little high, you'll see. Yeah, I love these for scraps. That's exactly right. Just use your scraps. All right, this is what happened. What is happening here? Okay, here we go. This just does not, you don't want to lay down now. The hat looks good with the turquoise. I think it does. When I saw that hat, I was like, oh, I'm going to do that, and that's when I'm going to put my patch on. Because he has a fiber laser, which is a different frequency than my laser. And so it did that patch in literally I don't know, 10, 15 seconds. You can't see, I can see up close really good. And I mean, to be 51 and I can still see up close, I feel very fortunate. Okay, so there it is. See, you can see better on this black how close I sewed to the folded edge. I didn't sew right on it, but I sewed pretty close. So I just kind of cheat a little bit and squinch it up like that. And then you're going to just tie it. And when you pull it, it comes together in a circle. Like that. Anissa, you can do this. You got needle and thread, you can definitely do this. You can do the flag. I did that the other night, and I sewed all those ruffles, and because I changed plans right at the last minute, and I didn't realize I had to sew that much. And I would have prepped ahead of time, but I had to sew it all live. Linda, my husband is an airplane mechanic at FedEx. He's been there 30 years this year. So he works on the FedEx airplanes. How wide is your, Beth, it's fabric, and I cut it 4 inches wide, and then I fold it in half. So I just want to give myself enough room for that, whatever circle you're using, where you can, where you have a little extra. All right. Okay. think I tied it 3, 4, it may have been 4 times. Okay, so this is 6 petals. So I did 2 with 5, 2 with 6. And you kind of have to play with it and fluff it out and get it to lay right. Let me turn it that way. The side looks better. So cute. Okay, so now I've got 4, and which is, I don't usually do even, but I'm going to do even. Can you see up close because you exercise your eyes? That's right, it's crafts. That's why I can see so good. So, like I said, you can use, I done lost it. Oh, you can use your little half round beads or whatever on here. These are kind of, I mean, these are big for these flowers. And I didn't grab any paint, so I didn't even prepare to paint mine. But you can do like these flowers, you can do pom-poms. This is like a little felt, little center that I did for that one. Buttons, you can do whatever you want in the middle. Y'all know me, I've got my, have I made any large ones? Becky, I haven't. So y'all will have to let me know in the group if y'all can, how the big ones turn out. I want to try it though. I haven't tried anything bigger than what you see. So I'm just going to dig in my, these are all pretty much from Dollar Tree. I buy those little things full, those little pod things full. And then I dump them all in here. Because you know, it's nothing like a jar of buttons. Hey Linda. A jar of pretty buttons just does it for me. Now I'm just digging and trying to find yellow and cute yellow ones. And there's some itty bitty ones in here too. What is that? Is that black? Sometimes I think it's navy or black and then it comes out and it's navy. I'm like, oh, man. All right, now I need a bigger black one. And most of my black ones are in my other jar. Yay, Linda, you're 73 and you still thread needle. That's awesome. Some days I struggle, but ooh, here's me a good big black one. Okay, so see I've got my, I don't know about that yellow. I got my black and yellow and white and whatever I'm doing. That's too orange. Sorry, y'all. I'm having to dig way down in here. Now I need a white one. A baby white one. Look how little. Bitty, bitty. Hey, Susan. Okay, so I'm gonna just glue. Let me make sure I'm sewing on the, gluing on the right side. I'm gonna glue these on. Oh, good, Irene, you found the colored buttons at Dollar Tree. Mine are always at the cash register, like on the ground, by the cash register, like to the floor on the bottom shelf, in that little impulse aisle. Hey, Christy, you fell asleep. It's okay. You can always watch the replay. Okay, look how cute. Look how cute. Without the glue strings. Look how stinking cute this is. That's where I find mine. They should put them in the craft aisle, you would think. The only ones you find are browns. Well, I always find either the tub of black ones and browns or the colored. So, did you get a milkshake at the beach? I did not, Suki. How are you feeling? I'm trying to hide my strings right there. You discovered the buttons at Dollar Tree, and they're hit or miss. I don't always see them, but I see them a good bit. Yeah, the yellow looks good. I'm trying to do the, kind of like a bee thing going on. So I'm just gluing them as my centers, and you could use anything for the centers. They are cute, Barb, and they're different than the ones we did last year and the year before. My favorites. They're different than these. But they would look cute, because see how these look pointy? And these are rounded, so you definitely could mix them in with your other ones. The shirt, it came from, I was at the Canton Flea Market in Texas back a month or so ago, and I got it at a booth there. Okay, but I love it. I had to have it. Okay, you found them in the bottom of a bin at a Goodwill outlet. Hey, that's a good deal. Then you got them really cheap too. All right, so there's my black one. And then there's my other black one, white one. And there's my B one. And then there is my yellow one. Look how cute. Okay, so now, put these in there. It's heavy, believe it or not. Oh, they solder them together. So there's no clasp. So it's just the same all the way around. So they don't come off. And I've had them on a year and they still look just as good as they did the day that they put them on there. Okay. Now, we're going to put stems on them in a minute, but I want to get my board. Y'all, she's so cute. I just love her. Look at her hair. I just love it. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these boards. This is from Walmart, and I think I saw where somebody said they were clearancing this stuff out. I hope not, because I love these boards. But these boards are like $2 and something, and I'm actually going to take off the hanger, that piece there, and the plastic hanging thing, whatever it is. Okay, so I prepped a little of this ahead of time because I had to, because I didn't want y'all to see me have a Gail, I know I might do hats. I don't know yet, but I might do some hats with some like cool crafty little sayings up here. I think it'd be cute. Okay, so I did a thing today because I wanted to do it off the live because I wasn't sure if I could do it, but it worked. So y'all know these little bottles they have at the Dollar Tree. They're plastic. These little bottles from the fall part, like that, and it has a lid. Y'all know what I'm talking about. These. Well, I split it. It's magic. So I cut it in half because it's plastic, okay? Because I wanted a mason jar type little deal down here, and I cut it with my little hefty shears. Yes, a hat saying trust the process. I have a sign up here actually that says that same exact thing. Well, it's over there actually. But anyway, I just basically carefully just cut it in half. And now I have two, so I can do another one if I want to. So this is going to be my container for my, I actually use this one. That one had a spot on it. It's magic, Lori, right? See, you know these little jars at Dollar Tree that are like this, and then it just is like this. It's magic. Okay, so I'm gonna get it centered and flush to my board, so I can make another one of these if I want to. So you could have two hanging or whatever you want to do, or give one as a friend. But I thought, well, since it's plastic, I could cut it. Because, you know, we cut the little peat pots and stuff like that, but I wanted to be able to cut it. And if you don't have one of these, use a plastic flower pot from Dollar Tree and cut that in half, and it would be the same thing. Or those little peat pots, the little seed starter pots that are like cardboard. Okay, so here was my thing, is like I've got to be able to get this adhered to the board. So I'm just going to kind of lift it up and carefully just kind of put some hot glue under where it hits the board, because it's not like it's going to be holding anything. Laurie, I snuck on without you knowing. Oh no, Facebook didn't tell you. Yeah, you can use a peat pot, Stacy, absolutely. And I almost did that, but I wanted this clear. I wanted it to look like a little mason jar. So I said, you know what? I've got some of these little things. I'm going to see if I can cut it. So I'm just going to I'm just trying to run a little bead of glue. I'm having to like lift it up, and I'm just going to glue some on the outside right there. You buy the paper at Hobby Lobby and cut those in two. Paper. Magical crafting, right, Jill? Like, hello, it's two. But look at, there's my little jar. Ain't it cute? Look at that. Isn't that cool looking? You could use a empty vegetable can, put a napkin on it. I mean, and you know, drill a hole and put in, or screw it to your board. You could do all kinds of things. Hey, Ruth. Okay, so there's my little jar. Now, we got to put stems on our flowers. And I really need 5 flowers, but I only got 4. Hey, Rose, my trip was wonderful. And I relaxed and didn't do anything but lay in the sun. Or in the umbrella. I laid on the beach for 3 whole days. Okay, so this is just some green, bright green. And it's multi-surface paint. I really don't like the multi-surface, but I have several bottles of it. And I need to use it. Yeah, the paper mache flower pots, you can use those too. Peat pots are cheaper. And they're out right now. So I'm just going to basically stain my sticks. Staining my sticks. So that's all there is to it. These are just Dollar Tree barbecue skewers. I keep those all the time because I use them for lots of things. Easy way to paint them. Just baby wipe and there they are. Very simple. It was, Ruth. It was wonderful. I relaxed and had the best time. I didn't have to do anything. We went out to supper every night. I didn't have to cook. Didn't have to do anything. Not that I cook a lot. My husband be like, you don't cook anyway. I don't like cooking, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to let those dry a second. Yes, Kaylee, mine too. I got my little jar and they're all multicolored because I paint my beads on them. And then I'll throw them away once they get to where they've... Hey, Ann, once they get to where they've seen better days. Okay, so I got my flowers. Let me get that string there. And let's see if these are dry. If not, we're going to dry them really fast. Just like that. Yes, I did enjoy myself. Me and Cindy both did. We had the best time and watched people. And then there was one day we were there. Somebody thought they saw somebody way out in the water. And somebody from the top of the condo thought they, up on a balcony, thought they saw somebody way out in the water. And so they had the rescue people. They had, it was a whole deal. And nobody was missing. So it ended up, they ended up, after about 3 hours, they ended up, just kind of giving up the search because nobody was missing from the condo. Nobody was missing anybody. They just thought they saw somebody out there in the water. Well, they did see a big sea turtle, so they're saying that it could be the sea turtle, like his fin went up or, his foot or whatever. But it was helicopter, planes and everything going over, and they were looking. I mean, they did that for like 3 hours. So we had a lot of commotion one day, and everybody was praying. It was just a real big thing. Laura, we stayed Crystal Shores, I think it was, in Gulf Shores. And I'm just putting like a little line of glue, and I'm basically just laying my little stick on there, let it set up. Yeah, the shirt is from the flea market in Canton. It's so cute, isn't it? I just loved it when I saw it, and I had to have it. And it's got the V-neck too. I like that. But yeah, so we had some dramatics that one day, and it was sad because we were all like, oh my gosh, somebody's done swim out there and got swept out to sea, and we can't help them, and but they got the planes and stuff, and they looked and looked. The Coast Guard came and looked and flew over, 900 times, and I mean, I'm glad they did. So, but nobody was missing. Okay. So see, there's my isn't it cute? So see, that's all I did. And if you want to put a piece of fabric over it to kind of cover that up, I mean, you can. You can use some of your little scraps that you got. Like so. We could just cut a little strip and just kind of put that down over it, and then you really wouldn't see where it was if you wanted to do that. Anyway, so you could definitely cover your mess finished. If you want it, you know, where it looks a little neater, especially if you were going to give them to somebody, you could definitely do that. To where it doesn't look so, you know, it looks better. Gosh, y'all, you can't see the glue strings until I hold it up to the light. Jillian, I did it 4 times. So when I get done, you'll be able to watch the replay. They're very, very simple. Easy, easy, easy to make. I promise you can do it. Let me see. Where's the rest of my fabric? In the garbage. I don't know if I can get much out of this one. But they're so simple to make. But yeah, I do it 4 times so you can see. Or I would show you. Yeah, Rita, you could cut a circle or whatever you wanted to put, or a piece of felt would do it. Yeah, I probably should have cut a circle, but I was just using my little scraps for mine, and just put a little bitty bit, and then it kind of blends in and you don't really see. I just did it quickly, but yeah, you probably would want to do a circle. See, it just kind of makes the back a little bit cleaner. All the glue string. You don't see the glue strings until I do this. And then I see every one of them. I'm like, it's like spider webs holding it up to the light. So cute. Okay, so now I got to decide how far I want them to go in my little mason jar that I split in half. Yes, Diane, tomorrow I will repost that video of the flowers, of these flowers. But see how different they look? But you could mix them together and they would be really cute. Hey, Cindy. Okay, so I'm going to start off by, let's see, how I want them to be. I want one way up there and then maybe one in the front. Maybe the B one needs to be up high because it's kind of like the fabric that looks like that. Okay. You know, it's kind of my star ones. Okay. So I'm going to kind of cut them off where I want them to be. Okay. So I'm going to go up a little bit. Did y'all see that? It just kind of popped right off. Okay, so I'm going to cut it about right there. And maybe right here. But I'm going to put some, oh, Sandra, you've been wanting to make some? Because I've made these others like 2 years in a row because they are just a favorite. All right, so if I just put them in here like this, put my B one in there. I really wasn't sure of how they would move around in my little jar. But see, you can see the stems in my little jar. And look how stinking cute this is. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look how cute this is. But, so I was scared they were going to move around because this little vase right here, it actually has like pea gravel in it. So I just poked them down in there in the pea gravel, and that keeps them from all going to one side. So, hey Brenda. So I don't have any pea gravel. So I have like these little stones, these little, y'all know these little glass gems that you can get Dollar Tree, wherever. And I'm going to just kind of, but if you have some sand or some kind of something to put down in your little jar, and that just kind of adds to the, let's see, hold on. Get them all fixed. It just kind of adds to it. See, I need another flower right here. I think. Diane, it was one of those little plastic craft bottles. And here's the other half. So it's plastic. And I just took these little snips or whatever they are, and I cut it in half. Because I wanted it to look like a mason jar. But you could use a little peat pot. You can use a plastic flower pot or something like that. But look, y'all, look how stinking cute this is. But I do need another flower, I think. Look how cute. But yeah, see my little jar? I think the little jar just adds to it. I think it's adorable. But now I think I need another flower. But I don't have any different fabric out here to make another flower. Guess I need some fat quarters. Ashley, if you don't have fat quarters, if you have an old shirt, a cotton shirt or something, maybe not a t-shirt, but just a shirt, if you're going to give like clothes away and stuff, you could cut up a shirt. You could get fat quarters. Walmart has fat quarters. Dollar Tree has them. Okay, maybe that looks a little better. Stones are coming out. See, look how stinking adorable this is. I mean, how cute would it be to have all like these gingham? I think that is so cute. Or sunflowers, but they're not pointy. Like these look good as sunflowers because they're pointy, and these are kind of round. Y'all, I just think it's so stinking cute. I can't help myself. But yeah, I think I'll have to make another flower because that's going to bug me. I like to have odd numbers. Need some raffia around the top of things. So that was my next thing. So what if I took the rope that came on the back of my little plaque and put it, I think I'm going to cut it. So we're not going to waste anything. I'm going to cut like several strips of it. This was the tie that came off the back. And I'm just going to glue them to my jar since I can't wrap it around, you know, round and around and around. So I'm going to just, oh yeah, that looks better. Better, better, better. All right, so let me see. I hope this doesn't melt my little jar. Because, you know, this is hot. This glue is so hot coming out of here. Okay. Definitely looks better. It's hot. Stamp a butterfly or a dragonfly and play. Oh, yo, hold up. I got bees. I got little bitty, hold on. I can put some bees on there. Let's see. Let me put my ends down so it looks like it's, you know, not sticking out. Yes, Jan, I think everybody made those flowers. It was so much fun in the group. Everybody had those flowers. Okay, so that makes it look a little better. So it looks like a real mason jar, right? You can kind of see that. Isn't that cute? So that was the tie that came off the back of my side. So I didn't waste anything. But yeah, a bow would look cute. But I kind of like to be able to see in there because I put the little, those little glass stones in there. Okay, so I have these bees. So look at these bees. These were at Hobby Lobby this year. And they're like gigantuous ones compared to these. They're like, let me show y'all. I hadn't even opened them, but I remembered them a minute ago. I was like, oh. So this is this bee, and these are the other bees I use. So I'm going to show you the difference. That's like a big mama bee. One of those big round bumblebees. Oh, Spanish moss. Hold on. Somebody just said Spanish moss. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Spanish moss. You didn't see them, Kaylee? I know they're huge. Okay, y'all know this stuff right here just gets on my nerves. Oh, that adds to it. Who said that? I think it was Patricia. Somebody said that. Oh boy. Yes, yes. We just gonna keep adding little stuff. You better take that tie-dye fabric out of your donation bin. You're gonna be making flowers tomorrow. Okay. And I know y'all got one of these little bottles, and if you don't, they'll have them out in the fall. They'll have them out at some point. But y'all probably picked them up thinking, okay, I'm going to do something with it. Like me, I've had it probably no telling how long, and it was in my stash. Okay. Spanish moss just upped it a little bit. Even more. So cute. Y'all look at it. Oh, it's so cute. Look at it. Okay. That's the queen bee, Ashley said. Yes, ma'am, it is. Okay. So maybe I should put my queen bee like up there in that little dead space, like that, and put my flowers. Can't get this yellow to be where I want it to be. All right, you go here, you go there. Okay, so I'm gonna put my queen bee up here, and that'll kind of take up that dead space. It is, Donna, it's just kind of evolving, isn't it? Okay, there's my bee. So see, it's got that little sticky thing on the back. Look at it. It's getting better and better. Hold on. Hey, Sherry. Look, I just made some little lines like it's flying. See the little lines? How cute. How cute. Darcel, you need to make these flowers. You got to watch the replay. These are different than these. We made these the last 2 years. Now we're making these this year. We're trying to find all kinds of different kinds. No leaves. I know, Linda. I forgot the leaves, but really wouldn't even see them, I don't think, if I did leaves. Yes, Bonnie, look at there. See, you read my mind. The little dashes behind his little tail. And then, yes, Elisa, I'm going to put the baby bee, like I'll put a couple down here. I know, Petey, it's just like coming all together. Okay, let's put this bee here. I just love these bees. These little ones came from Amazon, and I think it was 100 in here. And I mean, I've been using them forever. Hey, Miss Glenda. Okay, so I got this baby bee. Maybe I need to put it like on my flower over here, maybe? On the yellow one. Okay. Well, I could put 2. It don't matter. I could put as many as I want to, right? Okay. So I'll put him over here. And then I got one here. And then the big queenie is up here. Look how big that bee is, huge. Look at it. So the bee's here. And then, since we're all about the bees. Good night, Karen. I know, then it's just getting cuter by the minute. All right. Let's put one. Okay. I put one on the black flower over here. Now we're buzzing. Oh, aren't they cute? See, you have those bees, Sue. Y'all gotta be making some flowers. But y'all, if you did patriotic and did like colored whatever stones in the bottom, whatever, this would be just as cute. If you did patriotic, you could do it all one color. You could do them pink. You could do daisies, white fabric with yellow centers, sunflowers, colors. It would look so cute. And, you know, you can make this fall. You can make this spring. You can make it summer. A tag that says bloom. Look at Suki. Suki's like, okay, now we need a tag. It says bloom. Or it says buzz because I got bees, maybe? I don't know if I have a tag. I don't know if I have anything to make a tag out of. Hold on. Look, this came inside of a fat quarter. Never underestimate the woman with a pair of scissors. Let's see. That way. If I can get my little slants are not even. So we're going to try to that. Now, I got a hole punch around here somewhere, but if I don't, I'll just make a hole. I know I got a hole puncher somewhere. I probably used it and didn't put it back where it goes. That's the story of my existence, I think, in this room, is I don't put stuff back where it goes. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I just get too busy doing something and I don't put it back because I know I used it the other day. But that's okay. I just made a little hole. Y'all can't even see it. Yes, they're easy, Donna. You're going to be so surprised at how easy they are. And I got to get my... Where Where are my stamps? Goodness gracious alive, I got stamps. I got stuff everywhere. I need to clean up is what I need to do. Where are my alphabet? Here they are. Oh, here they are, here they are, here they are. My favorites. Hey, Becky, be happy. Hey, what she shed. That's so funny every time I say it. I'm like, what she shed, what she shed. I think I'm gonna put Buzz because my tag is not real big and my letters are probably too big to spell out anything much bigger than that. Be kind. Yes, you could do. Oh, my U's coming off. Trying to see. Yeah, it's just barely gonna fit. Because the tag was kind of second thing. Hey, Monica, because Suki is on here and Suki said it needs a tag. So, Suki, we're putting a tag on it. If I can get it to, my letters to stick. The Patriotic Chicken. Well, he's not really patriotic. He probably looks blue, but he is a kit in my shop. He's laser cut wood. Isn't he cute? But he looks patriotic. Patriotic Chicken would be adorable. Okay. So let me get, I can't use the Z but once, and then I got to redo it, right? It's just my little, ooh, y'all, it ain't going to fit. It's not going to fit. Okay. It's got to be longer. It's got to be longer. Did better that time. All right. All right. Let's see. Now we're cooking with grease. Okay. So I'm going to take the B and the U off and do the Z one more time. All right. And of course the tag's got to have a B on it. Vicky, I do, but they're somewhere over here where I can't reach them. Hold on. Yes, you'll have to watch the replay, Nadine. Okay. Look how cute! Alright, Suki, I hope my tag is approval. Oh, look, I got a piece of jute already over here that I'm going to use and poke it through that hole. Ooh, I just thought of something else. Hold on. I got to take my B off, though. Mandy would say, oh, you should have done the edges of that tag with your... Oh, I just got it on there like really good. Now I put my B back on. I kind of got a little dark on the corner there, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, Sandra, you're so sweet. This one just kind of has morphed totally at the end. Like, it has become something entirely of its own. Y'all have given me so many. Oh, say, Suki said she approves of the tag. Let me start with a fresh end here. I cannot find my hole punch. It's probably over there. Yeah, the board came from Walmart. It was just one of these, I don't even know where the label is now. Here, this little palette thing. There's like $2 and something at Walmart. And it had a tie on the back. And I cut the tie off. I used the tie on the neck of the jar. So cute. Alright, so now I've got to attach my tag somehow. My tag is big, but I think it's cute. I think I'm gonna glue it like it's coming out of the jar, maybe. Something, something, something. I don't know. Gotta figure it out. All right. So I'm gonna put it kind of like, I don't want it to cover up the whole jar. Let me take this bee off and put the tag there. All right, so I'm gonna glue it on the inside. Hey Sue, thank you for sprinkling. Okay. So just put a little glue on the inside of my jar, just so it holds it there. Okay. So cute. Look how stinking cute. Okay, now I'm putting this little bee. He's going back over here. He's gonna go on this side. Now, cute. Lisa has been on a flower making kit with wood biscuit flowers. I want to make a wood biscuit flower. That is on my list. I see people doing them, and I want to make one for myself. I have biscuits. They're actually somewhere on my table. But look how cute. Look at my little tag. See, I kind of roughed it good with the pad, but it's okay. So cute. So cute. I love it. So I hope y'all make these flowers. Now that I've got my bee up here, I probably am not going to add another one. But you could add another here. I mean, you could just keep going and add whatever you wanted to this. You could add a hanger. But I think it would look cute just kind of propped somewhere. This one she's got from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, these stamps that I have here, these actually came from Michaels. But, and they still have them. And then what I stamp with is like, it's called an acrylic block. And they have those at Michaels too, but you can get them on Amazon as well. But I've had them for eons. I promise I've had them forever, and they last and last and last. I mean, when I was doing book stacks, gosh, I don't know, 10 years ago, that's when I got those stamps. I've had them forever. Yeah, wood biscuits are fun. I have a whole jar of them, a little container, and I haven't used them in forever. So, yes, look how cute. So cute. I love my little flowers. Y'all got to try these, though. I know y'all got fabric. You probably got skewers. If you don't, improvise and use something else. Use what you have. The plastic jar is from Dollar Tree. They put them out. I know Christmas, fall. This was from the fall section, and I had it in my stash. And I said, well, wonder if I can cut it. So I just used my heavy-duty snippies things, and I cut that bad boy. So now I have another one that I can do a totally different theme. I could do, patriotic sunflowers. You could do whatever. It'd be so cute. Yes, Benita, they do have the acrylic blocks at Dollar Tree, and I actually had done some Happy Mail with some not too long ago. I happened to find them. I was out of town, and I found them. I know, Susan, don't you just love all those bees? I mean, it's the little things to me that kind of make the difference in your projects. If you go the extra mile to make all the little things come to light. If you don't have bees, if you got wood beads, you could paint your little wood beads and glue a little one to a big one and make you some bees. I mean, y'all, there's so much you can do with, if you don't have the things that I use, you can make the things I use. If you have air dry clay, make you some little bees. Just mold 2 little balls together and stick them together and then paint them. So you don't have to have all the things that, if you don't, and fabric, y'all, I have so much fabric, and I use fabric all the time, but it's so much fun. It's just use what you have. If you don't have the right kind of fabric and you have white and you want pink fabric, take your white fabric and a little water and a little acrylic paint and dip your fabric in the paint, hang it out in the sun and let it dry, and you got pink fabric. So it's you know, you can pretty much make stuff to craft with. It's the embellishment, yes. I think so too. The buttons, the beads, you know, the rope at the top, and the moss. Somebody said use moss, and I had moss over here and forgot about it. The tag, and y'all saw me make that tag. It's just out of a piece of cardboard that I had laying here that came out of a fat quarter. Your DT, maybe Nadine, maybe they will. Yeah, I love the stones, and I have those from when we made the sun catchers in 21, because I made them right after Deidre passed away, because that was a craft that she and I had done together years ago, and I had the stones from that. So I mean, I just dig through my stuff, which I have a lot of stuff, but you could use pebbles, you could use marbles, you could use, I mean, you don't have to put anything in there, just fill it with moss. So, you know, don't think, oh, I got to have the exact thing that she has. You know, use what you have. Use your creative. Y'all are here. Y'all are creative people. So use a plastic flower pot. Use one of those peat pot things. There's so much you could do to improvise and just get creative with it. Make it different. Make it yours. Thank you, Dee. Good night, Kathy. So I love this. I think it's so cute. If you don't have the board, use a Dollar Tree sign. Paint it. White. Distress it. Make do with what you have. I just have to have, I just had these. I've had them for a while. Your stones are blue and clear. Well, if you wanted to do yellow, take you some acrylic paint and paint the backs of your stones, and it'll make them yellow. Oh, wood biscuits for leaves. That would be really cool. Coffee beans. See, there's so much you can do. Dried peas. You know, kitty litter, just the regular little, I mean, yuck, there's so much you can do. Fish aquarium gravel. You probably have rocks outside your house somewhere. You could use that. So there's so much you could totally do and not have to spend like tons of money. I mean, you know, just use what you have. Or you don't even have to use the pot or anything. You could just put your little flowers on here and make you a little saying or something. It'd be so cute. Coffee beans. Yeah, and it would smell good too. I know, Vicki, we need everything. But I know, you know, times are hard for some people right now, and it's, you know, hard to just go spend tons of money on crafting. And like I said, I had all this in my stash, but I have a big stash. Probably like y'all, it's like, we have a problem. But, because you never know, like, I never know if I'm going to need this jar one day. Well, Dollar Tree has it. Well, I'm going to get a jar. Okay, well, I used it today. I may have bought it a year ago, but I used it today. And then I have another half to make another one. So, I know the flowers kind of matches, right? Flowers. I had to do the polka dots. Yeah, paint the rocks. You could spray paint them. You could paint them with acrylic paint, roll them around like you do beads and paint them and then put them in there. There's so much you could do. Oh, you're welcome, Tammy. And don't forget, I'm going to put these little things in my shop here in just a minute. The flip-flop. Let me pick it up without jumping all the pieces off. And I'm going to be doing tutorials probably tomorrow and this weekend of everything in my shop. Let me pick up the cow. He is so cute. His little foot's flying high up here. Ain't he cute? I can't wait to paint this guy. He's going to be so much fun to paint. 10 shades of brown. Uh-oh. Thanks, Barb. You're going to make some flowers. Thank you, Shar. Right, Judy? You don't have a problem. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have a problem. Right, Vicky? I saved this jar yesterday. I was cleaning out the fridge, and I had those pineapple spears that come from Sam's, and they're in a real nice square glass jar. And I saved it. My husband don't even ask questions. He knows. He's like, oh, she'll make something fabulous out of that, I'm sure. Yes, Kathy, make a wreath with these. So cute. Cut you out like a cardboard ring and then put all of them on there and put moss in between them. Oh, it'd be so cute. Yay, Vicki, I'm so glad to be back. I am. I really am. Oh, speaking of coffee beans, if you use coffee creamer and it comes in one of those plastic little jug things, cut it in half and make it out of that. How many plastic things do we throw away all the time? Coffee creamer things, soap containers, shampoo bottles. Cut that sucker, cut the top off and cut it in half and put it on here and put you a pretty napkin on it. Easy. And it's recycled. Oh, you're supposed to, Stacey, you're supposed to put Malibu rum in there? So anyway, but thank y'all for being here. I'm going to go put all this in my shop. I'm just going to click some buttons and I'll be done. And yes, Pam, you got to watch. These are different flowers than these flowers. You know, these are the Old Faithful, and these are different. So, but they would look good all mixed together. Yes, Becky, thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I love all of y'all. I miss y'all so much. I'm so glad to be back. And I can't wait to see what y'all do with this. Because this is going to be so cute. Y'all are going to have patriotic, and then I'm going to have to make patriotic ones. All different colors. It's going to be so adorable. Oh, Sherry, I hope y'all are okay from the storms. We had some today, too. Yep, Tostito Barb. I used that, and I did a vintage honey jar, and I made that with a Tostitos jar. I don't like throwing jars away. I gotta have the jars. I just can't stand to throw it in the garbage. I just can't. It has potential. Right, Becky? Taco Bell cup and made a bee's nest out of it. There you go. Nobody will ever know. You're going to cover it up. Nobody's going to know. But anyway, bye, guys. I'm going to hop off. I will see y'all Monday night. And I'm just going to go add all those stuff to my shop. Bye, guys. Love y'all. And have a great and safe weekend. And be safe from the storms. See y'all. Be safe. Bye.